traffic and made a run on Kyle. Couldn't quite get it done, but lap after lap, he's able to. This track is so line sensitive, Phil. We talked about it being momentum. So if you miss your line a foot or two in the center of the turn, it hurts you all the way down the straightaway. And we've seen both these guys miss their line. One of them, the leader misses at one turn, and the guy second misses at the next.
And we've heard Jeff Hensley come on the radio to Timothy Peters and say, I think he might be messing with you. Would right now Kyle be messing with Timothy?
I don't think so. I think Kyle's truck's a little bit off. Certainly take a truck that isn't handling exactly like you want and put it on a track like Nashville where you're just trying to be so precise with your line and you miss it. That just multiplies things.
It's not his MO either to lay back and not run as hard as he can. We've seen him do it so many times. 60-some wins in the 3 major divisions. He doesn't do a whole lot of laying back.
The field spread out here at Nashville Superspeedway. Let's drop back through our top 10, beginning with Ray.
Well, starting at the front of the field, Rick, obviously Kyle Busch has been there most of this race. He did come on the radio just a moment ago and say to his crew chief, Eric Phillips, remember to make a note in our book that we can put just a little bit more tape on the nose. Adam?
And Timothy Peters driving to the inside of Kyle Busch. Can he make it stick? Yes, he can. New leader at lap 77. A moment ago, Rick Allen upstairs talking about Kyle Busch and is he messing with driver 17. Jeff Hensley, the crew chief for Timothy Peters all night long, has been practicing patience, saying don't let Kyle Busch dictate this race. You take care of your equipment. Peters has done it, and the patience has paid off, Ray.
Moving back through the field just a little bit, Adam, we'll go to the 33 of Ron Hornaday. They want to go back to the way they had the air pressures whenever they started this race. He says that the truck is very, very loose on entry. It's okay through the center, but they need to go back to the original air pressures. As I told you about the changes, that the truck right behind him, that's his boss, Kevin Harvick, hopes to make when we get to the next pit stop. A wedge adjustment. They'll take that wedge back out and a little bit of air pressure in the right front. Adam?
Todd Bodine has looked good tonight. Started in the 14th position. He currently rides in the top 5. 5th is where he is shown on the board, but it hasn't been easy. He was loose on the first run of the night. They made adjustment under that first pit stop back at lap 34. He was loose at the beginning of this run, but now he said the truck is tightening up. No doubt crew chief Mike Hillman Jr. has his work cut out for him, Ray.
Remember, Adam, earlier I told you that Kyle Busch was given some numbers on his tightness or looseness. We've also gotten those same adjustments from Matt Crafton. He said it's a 3 tight off and probably a 4 on tight going to the entry. So they'll try to make some adjustments from crew chief Bud Haefele. Number 51, Eric Almirola, rolls along in the 7th position, right behind Crafton right now. They had a little bit of a problem on their last round of pit stops on the number 51. He said, guys, just stay in the game. We'll get right back up there. So far, Eric pretty happy with his truck tonight here at Nashville. Right behind him is Mike Skinner, and his truck is bouncing through the center. He actually told crew chief Gene Need that he's got to get some change to the air pressure on the front of that truck because it wants to shoot up the racetrack. Adam?
1 week ago, Stacy Compton, who's driving the 60 tonight, was on the spotter stand at Martinsville, calling the shots for Narain Karthikeyan, who made his NASCAR debut and finished 13th. The momentum has carried over for this team. Compton just came on the radio, said, I am great in turns 3 and 4, but loose in 1 and 2. After starting in the 17th position, 81 laps in, Compton finds himself in 9th. Ray?
At the end of our top 10 drop back, you'll see Rick Crawford. He is currently running in the 10th position. Last year, they used chassis number 22 at all of the mile-and-a-half racetracks. This year, they've gone back to a little bit older truck. He said he wants to run on all the intermediate trucks with this particular unit. It's number 21. They put a brand new body on this truck at the beginning of 2010. Guys?
Yeah, Ray, Adam, thank you for getting us caught up in the top 10. Again, we get a look at the 17 of Timothy Peters. He's got a second lead now over Kyle Busch. How did it happen? Let's look back.
These guys have been dealing with lap traffic. It seems like every time we look up, they're 3 wide, losing the ground in the turns, and it happens again. You can see Kyle Busch exiting 4. He can't get that truck to turn well enough on the bottom. He pushes up, and here comes Peters on the inside.
And the 46 truck of Willie Allen was really out of the way, but Kyle got to pushing up off the corner and had to get out of the throttle, and then got a little loose when he snatched it away from Willie Allen. That opened up the bottom of the racetrack for Timothy Peters. He took the lead. Now he has a 1-second lead over Kyle Busch.
It seems like when you get out in clean air, you can check out.
It's worked for Timothy, that's for sure.
But look, there's very little clean air out there, Rick. There he goes again, 3 wide down in the corner, passing some lap trucks.
Our first pit stop came on lap 32. We're closing in on maybe our second round of pit stops. Could they be under green flag conditions? We'll have to stick around to find out. Want to keep up with all the results and stats from the track? Check out the new NASCAR stats package with the latest practice and qualifying reports, race results, and driver standings. Go to the NASCAR section of speedtv.com. Welcome back to the Nashville 200 from Nashville Superspeedway. Riding along with Johnny Sauter. He's running in the 14th spot. Behind him, Timothy Peters about to put him a lap down. That is your race leader. And that means now Sauter will be a lap down to the field, and he is running in the 14th position. So only 13 trucks on the lead lap. And that could change soon as well.
He hadn't got that worked out yet. He's going to have to go 3 wide again if he's going to get through this lap traffic without. And then here comes Kyle Busch. Look at the momentum Kyle has. This could be a lead change, guys.
Watch the momentum he's going to have.
Timothy Peters had to go down to the apron to try to get by that 92. Here comes Kyle Busch for the lead on the outside.
He's outside. He's outside. 18 outside.
We were listening on the
outside.
monitor on the radio during the break, guys, and his spotter said you got a half straightaway lead. No pressure, no problem. It's all you.
Yeah.
Now he's not even leading anymore. That took about 2 laps.
And lower lap traffic was the block for Timothy Peters. Here came the 18.
Now they're side by side again, and they're both going to encounter traffic. Look.
3 wide. How about Johnny Sauter moves up the racetrack to try to get a better line into turns 1 and 2.
Wow, this is fun.
Stephen Wallace at 50.
Oh, whoa, problem for Stephen Wallace. Looks like the right front, maybe a problem.
Got a flat.
Looks like a flat tire for Stephen Wallace. We're getting very close to pit stop time. Within the next 5 or 10 laps, for sure, we should see trucks on pit road.
Stephen Wallace trying to keep it on the bottom of the racetrack, slow as he goes through 3 and 4.
Man, that's what you want a truck to do. Timothy Peters just went to the bottom of the racetrack, kept it there, Rick, kept it right on the line, was able to wait for Johnny Sauter to slip up a little bit, and he drove right around him. That's what you want your truck to do, but most of them won't do that.
Kyle Busch is out in front now as we see Stephen Wallace on pit road. Timothy Peters running second, no caution, so we stay green, and that means that green flag pit stops are coming up soon. Adam Alexander.
So now that Kyle Busch, the new race leader, has gotten around Johnny Sauter and also Stephen Wallace, the next driver he will see on track trying to put a lap down is that man right there, Brad Keselowski. He is currently riding in the 12th position. That's not good when you consider he restarted or was in the 10th position after those pit stops a little bit ago. But it is positive when you consider they were penalized on pit road. He has come from 22nd to 12th. He's been good on track. Unfortunately, the pit road penalty killed him, and now he needs a caution to ensure he doesn't go 1 lap down.
He got a big break there when those leaders got tied up with those lap trucks. They lost a lot of ground.
This is Johnny Sauter coming to pit road right now.
5,
Adam.
4, 3,
Nothing to lose any longer. He's 1 lap down, so he might as well go ahead and come to pit road for green flag service. This stop will happen at lap 95. 4 tires fuel, and they will make an adjustment on a truck that has been tight throughout the night. Sauter, the first of many to come in under green here this evening. And just behind Johnny Sauter, Stacy Compton coming to pit road. You see him right of your screen. A great night for Stacy, who started 17th and has worked his way to 9th. Last thing he said on the radio, I'm great in 1 and 3 and 4 rather, but loose in 1 and 2. They will try and tighten him up there. His pit stop coming at lap 96. Ray?
Mike Skinner rolling down pit road right here. He's saying he needs an air pressure adjustment on the right sides. Gene Need says we'll give you 4 tires. He enters the pit road at lap number 96. Comes to a stop, and the International crew goes to work on his truck. They'll go right side tires right there. Pit road's about to get much busier. The 88 of Matt Crafton starting to roll down pit road also. Remember, I told you that Crafton was very, very tight off, and he's a little bit loose in now. Later in the thing, you see the Menard Chevrolet pull in there. They're going to go with 4 tires. We also heard that Ron Hornaday will be down